Okay.
And we are... Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
We are. I
Live.
am.
Okay.
Yep.
We are live, I believe.
Yay!
Excelente.
Actually, I mixed up the AJ Styles theme and then the We Are Children of the Nation song, whatever the hell it is. How you doing?
We started 9 minutes ago, according to your Twitter.
All right, I got two challenges right here. Both of them OU. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning. We have been challenged by XRagNaxZ and JHAwesome99. So, yeah. How is everybody doing? I can't see the stream. I mean, I can't see the, what is that? That's the comments. I have to open up another one.
What, the chat?
Yeah. You know what usually shows up?
Apparently, John does not know his nouns today, so we have to, teach him about that.
Yes, you do. Yeah, okay, so for whatever reason, it's not showing up in the live control room, so I'll just have to open up another tab real quick.
Oh, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Oh, YouTube. Oh, YouTube, you are wonderful. All right, there we go. Now I can see the chat. Wonderful. All right, now that is going. All right, who was the first person to challenge me? I want to say it was... Okay, it's at the bottom, so it will be JH Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and accept his battle request. And how am I going to lead? I'm probably going to lead with Chansey here, and let me just start some music in the background. So we have something going on there. So
Play the Ed Goldfarb special. That's what we want.
No.
Oh, God.
The English dub
Yeah.
live stream. This is the English dub. What's the sub sound like?
God. So anyway, if there's any audio issues, please let us know. I don't think there was any because we tested beforehand. And holy crap, if my opponents wanted to see my moves, they could do that. But I'm going to hold them to a non-cheating standard, I suppose. So, let's do this. It's very odd seeing an Among Us lead in OU. It's more of an NU thing. Actually, his team doesn't even look all that OU-ish, but oh well.
Hey, if it's gonna be a match of fun, then this is gonna be a good one to watch then.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
So I am curious because I have played Showdown before, and I'm assuming this is just basically a what-if scenario in terms of battling trainers online, right? Like, if you don't have a 3DS and all that, you can use Showdown instead, and it'll give you all the stats and moves and everything.
It's more like an easy EV training type thing. And I just realized I have no idea what to do against an Among Us in OU. It's so weird. I've never seen this before. I haven't battled in forever, it seems like. So, I don't know. Do I just wait to wake up? I think I'll do that, actually, because I don't know what he's going to do.
I wonder if they're going to see you in the stream and watch you do your every move. And they're going to just wait for you to do your move first before they do their move.
Oh,
so let's talk about things since we're all here because we haven't had any time lately.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we
I'm so rusty. I just lost my chancey. I guess we could talk about today's dub episode. That's a good place. Or Sun and Moon. I mean,
well, we haven't done the Sun and Moon stuff, so we were like 2 weeks late. Like
to get the dub out of the way, all we can say is Mega Evolve because that's how he sounded like in the goddamn.
Charizard, Mega Evolve.
Jesus Christ!
What even was that?
I swear, at some points it's just like, please. Can you take care of this thing for me? Thank you. And they're like to Nurse Joy, and I'm like, Jesus, goddamn! When did you suddenly turn into
monotone?
At first, I thought they actually changed his voice actor, and I'm getting demolished by this Mega Metacham right now. But yeah, at first I was like, what the heck? That doesn't even sound like Alon. But as it went on, I was like, okay, that's the same guy. He's just having a really off day for some reason. Like, I don't know what was up.
Voice direction.
Man.
Voice direction.
Yeah, because haven't they changed the voice direction since he left? Because Tom Wailord was the original guy, and I don't think Alon has appeared, and I am getting bodied. Okay. I just lost
go on.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Teresa Burkester, she hasn't really been top notch in terms of her voice directing lately.
Yeah, and also I noticed in the chat over there in the stream, it also says Mega Evolve as well.
Oh yeah, I just saw that.
But no, in all honesty, though, it's just like it was definitely very off-putting when he was saying some of the lines, and if it is because of the voice direction being changed, then it's understandable. And this isn't the first time that it has happened in X, Y, and Z. It also happened to Pierre as well, where he sounded perfectly fine, and then suddenly the second line he did, he started to have his accent, and I'm like, what just happened there? Did you forget to do an accent the first time you did the lines or something?
And also, I don't know about Sawyer Shota's voice direction in the dub as of late. I mean, like every single line. I don't know if she gives her if she gives the direction of like, you know, crack your voice every line because it doesn't sound appealing.
I'm not exactly
I knew
sure.
almost got me. How do you even make shiny Pokemon in Showdown? Does anybody know? I've never been able to do a shiny Pokemon on Showdown. That must be an option or something, but...
Yeah, it's probably there. You just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Anyway, Clefable comeback, hopefully.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Do that 400 damage.
That 400 damage.
Is that even possible to do in the actual main games?
No.
Oh.
I don't think it'll be like very rare.
All right, so this is what happens when you don't battle in 6-7 months. Apparently, you really just
you suck.
Okay, there is an option, by the way, that you can actually make them shiny.
Oh my god, that did so much damage. What in the
Well,
world?
at least you got Excadrill to go and help save the day against 4 other Pokemon, and one of them probably will not be very...
That's probably scarfed, that Chandelure there, but it's okay.
It's Pokken Chandelure, man.
Yep, it's Pokken Chandelure. I just got Dragon Ball Z'd. So, GG, he destroyed me, first match. But hey, this has always been a JPR battle stream type of thing. For years, when I've been doing these things, I always get demolished in the first battle. I always get demolished in the first battle. So, I am warmed up. Thank you, JHAwesome99. I am warmed up, which means I'm ready to destroy everybody. Look at this line of requests. Holy crap. All right.
Wow. Actually, I don't see it yet. Now,
Well, yeah, stream's on delay, so you'll see it in just a second.
Hey, Spoopy Lamp. I just noticed the name. Great Pokemon name for a Chandelure, by the way. Spoopy Lamp. Okay, now I see it. Whoa, you got quite a couple of names right here, so that's really
All right.
great.
Oh god, that is OU power right there, that team. Who do I lead with? I'm gonna mix it up. Instead of leading with Chansey this time, I'm gonna lead with Tyranitar. Because everybody expects Chansey. Nobody expects the Tyranitar. Alright, so...
Okay, so I guess since we've already handled the dub in almost every way possible, shall we move on to the actual main topic of this stream today, since everybody's requesting it in the chat?
French Yokai Watch. No.
Yeah, exactly. How did that turn out, by the way? You told me there were some pretty unique changes with it.
Yeah, well, if anybody remembers the English dub of the Yokai Watch episode with the sleepover, here they cut out like 2 minutes worth of footage. Even at least on the English dub, they didn't just did the edit, and they didn't do did the paint edits and all that, and but here, so anybody that's familiar with it, probably nobody, because freaking only like 2 people in here has watched it. So if anybody remembers, so you had Next Tarmiani, Nyakibi 48, right? You had the late night program. So Nape turns on the TV, and then what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to see the picture of the video of Next Tarmiani come up, with the swimsuits and with all the stuff in there. Apparently in the French version they completely took that out, and basically what you had was the TV turns on, you see the French chef, and then the TV turns off, you see the glow turn off, then it cuts to another part of the scene where the TV's on immediately after. And they do that twice. No Jibanyan, no nothing.
Oh wait.
So they cut
somebody
like
just
2 minutes.
commented in the chat. They said, how do I challenge JPR? If you go down to search a user, which is on the main menu, and you search for JPR P98, then you should be able to find me quite easily. Fortunately, I know this Metagross isn't going to Mega Evolve because he already Mega Evolved Heracross. But hey, but yeah, TSS, please continue.
For the person who said, for the Joel person who says Yokai Watch Crypto Pokemon, no. Yokai is actually based off of yokai that are like 3,000 years old. Pokemon is only 25 or 30 at the most.
He's only just 2,975 years and all.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, and if you want to say Pokemon's a ripoff, well, Yokai is a ripoff. We'll say Pokemon's a ripoff of freaking Dungeons and Dragons because it's the same turn-based stuff. So there you go. It's not a ripoff. It's not.
Oh, I got critted. Oh, I got critted.
It's not a ripoff. It's actually because if you want to see somebody that knows his crap about that, I have a YouTuber that did a great job in. I know a YouTuber that did a great job in comparing that. Let me see. I think it's it's Turbo.
Dang, man, if I didn't get critted, my Keldeo could have put in so much work there. So much work it could have put in.
Crit rip. Rip the dream.
The hacks is real.
Yeah.
The
Get him out of here!
The YouTuber's name is Nitro Rad. Watch his videos on Yokai Watch, and then he has a video called 15 Yokai that inspired Pokemon. Watch that, and then you realize that Yokai is not a ripoff.
Anyway, so now that we finally talked a little bit about Yokai Watch, I guess now we can go and talk about the main question in hand. Are you guys on Team Litten, Team Rowlet, or Team Poplio? So,
Bruh, Team Poplio is life. Oh, that was a crit too. That probably would have killed me anyway.
Yeah, Poplio I think is hilarious because it's basically Generation 7 is actually Generation 5. If you think about it, when it comes to the starter Pokemon, we have the meme lord Rowlet, we have the neutral one being Litten, and then we have the one that no one cares about being Poplio.
Well, Poplio is having his own like 360 no scope memes going on there too.
Yeah, they're starting to come out. Everybody at first kind of hated Poplio. Now they're just like, hey, he's gonna get memes too. It's kind of like Rowlet. At first, for the first 5 minutes, Rowlet was hated, and then like after that, all the memes came out. So
praise me.
Oh yes, the prediction got him.
Yeah, and actually we should talk about that prediction because Tyrone in his video, if you saw his video, we had a discussion before the trailer, the night before the trailer, and we were racking off names of what what types of animals the water Pokemon would have been, water starter. And I said sea lion.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, he got it right. I'm depressed, though, that we didn't get a wolf or we didn't get a sloth like I had dreamed. But an owl is okay. An owl is okay. And I mean, Litten is already lit as is. So, I mean, you know.
An owl is so odd, though.
I just love all of the edits. Some of my favorite ones is the Rowlet Hooters banner.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's great. See, when I first saw Poplio, that was the one that was just like, that one's the derp, that one sucks. And then they released like that alternate artwork of it like blowing bubbles out of its nose, and I was like, that is so adorable. How can I resist? How can I resist?
The other thing is though, my favorite one out of all the memes has to be the screenshot with all 3 starters, and in the middle you just see Jibanyan. I almost died because that's pretty much a thing where they wanted to go for the cat because they probably want to get.
They want a Jibanyan rival.
Yo, Chansey just took down Black Kyurem. Hype, let's go. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna see in a second.
You know, once again, people think freaking KG is munching orange. He's not munching orange, dude.
Oh my god, it's hilarious, man. I'm just gonna keep that from going.
You know, the kids keep that one going because here's the thing. Because you got to remember that people in the world sound like other people. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die because I have no moves to bring.
Apparently, somebody in this chat sounds like Verlis. Who?
Verlis.
Who does?
Verlis.
Yes, I know. It's a very poisonous word to say in this call, but somebody sounds like it, apparently.
Well, GG. I didn't get as wrecked that time.
Wait, did you
so-
lose?
Yes, I did lose.
How dare you? I was rooting for you, man.
Chansey was not
for the
strong
people,
enough.
For the people that say Jibanyan is crap,
How could you say that, though?
some of the fusions are really great. Like, talk to me when you used either like Badignan or Thornyan.
Oh my god, my favorite one has to be the fusion with what's his name again? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I need to get back into yokai again.
Which one? Describe it.
Okay, hold on. He's the one that everyone loves. What was his name again? No. Okay, I gotta try to get back into my yokai now.
Okay, okay, describe to me what it
Zuda
looks
or
like.
something like that.
What?
I forgot his name already.
What, Koma-san? That's nothing to do with that. You wanted to say the Jibanyan form, right?
No, wasn't there a Jibanyan form with Koma-san?
Oh, yes. There's the fusion, yes. That's in the second game. That's the fusion of them together. That is funny.
All right, I need to start looking at the chat.
Komanyan or something like that. I have to look at it.
Yeah, don't worry, we got the chat for you while we're at it. But yeah, folks, now that we're talking about Sun and Moon, it's really exciting, man. We're already at the 7th generation. If you think about it, I'm really curious.
It is, and now Generation 6 is only 945 days long. Now that we have the release date, which makes it 200 days shorter than Generation 5, making it the shortest generation ever. Even though Generation 5, Satoshi Tajiri himself said, was supposed to be a very, very short generation, it ends up actually being longer than Gen 6. Oh, the irony.
Oh, boy. So, Sun and Moon, man. Holy heck. It's just like... Okay, I really want to try to say something real quick about the trailer. Honestly, I'm very disappointed in terms of how it turned out, because it was like, oh, we're going to give you guys the big revelation of Sun and Moon, the starters, the legendaries, in a video. Not actually not a stream or any build up to it, like how X and Y's reveal was, where we got this really cool.
We didn't get 6-hour Nico streams. We got nothing like that.
Yeah, it was just basically.
I don't know. I was okay with it.
No,
I was okay with it.
I guess in terms of, I was still satisfied. I really was still satisfied with it. It was still great nonetheless, seeing the stuff. It's just that there was no form of a build up or something like that. You know, like how in X and Y we had the Pikachu introducing the entire world. The next generation.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then this one is just like, the next generation is right here. Pokemon Sun and Moon, bang, right in your face. I will say, though, the Japan version, though, is a lot better. The American version is a little in the iffy side.
Because
that's simply my opinion.
Yeah, because you got to remember that any child left will be slaves.
Yeah, at least the Japanese version, though, doesn't have as much gameplay itself. I mean... in terms of it actually being like a nice trailer, though, I like the trailer itself because it has some heart in it, you know.
Yeah. The other thing is, though, I do have to say, as I've said on Twitter, like I had to look at this trailer critically, and I have to say that I think Game Freak has not done enough in terms of what they've done with the engine. Now I know Cerebi Joe went on Game Explain and he was like all pompous about it. But in my opinion, it's like they didn't really do enough. The only notable changes I saw from the engine is that the models for the characters, the human characters, are actually more proportionately sized, and also
thank goodness,
full size now,
which is fine. I mean, I have no problem with that. But and then of course we have no shadows under the Pokemon anymore. And then we have the trainers in the background. Hopefully that's a permanent thing.
The pancakes. That's what I like to call them.
Pretty much, yeah. But unfortunately, it looks like the engine hasn't changed that much. I mean, maybe the building, but the engine pretty much doesn't look. It pretty much looks the same as Oris, which kind of gives me a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, even though Gen 5 was on the same console as Gen 4, it still had a pretty big engine upgrade.
Yes,
overall.
indeed. It doesn't feel like an upgrade, really. I mean, there's only like it just feels like the same back end, but only different. And they didn't even change the textures. I mean, the Pokemon models still look flat. The textures don't look appealing.
Use my own counter.
I do want to say though, yeah, I'm really worried because I noticed in the trailer. I'm not sure if this is like the way the trailer was showcased, but when you saw, let's call that moon Pokemon Lunala. That's the name that was released apparently in trademarks and whatnot. Lunala. I'm not exactly sure if that's the name of the legendary Pokemon, but it sounds like it could be.
Right.
Lunala. There was a moment within that video where we got to see it use its signature move, and we do know the game is not its final version yet, of course. But during that time, it looked like the frame dropped a little, didn't it? When it was using its move.
Now,
honestly
I want to make
couldn't
everything
tell.
clear here because, if anybody remembers the first XY trailer, there really wasn't much of an engine difference between that and the final game. So I just want to let people know that the people that say it's not finalized footage, it probably means that you won't see that particular scene exactly in the game, but the engine will probably be the same because there's no way in probably like, because you got to remember they have to ship this game out. Probably they have to start manufacturing it maybe like 4 months or 5 months or something. I doubt that there's going to be major engine changes from that. Maybe different text boxes or little enhancements for that in that exchange, but I don't think the actual engine will be enhanced further.
All right, I made a mistake here, staying in on this Clefable, but okay. Well then. Ooh. God almighty.
But it's not saying that I don't like the game. I'm not. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm not excited for the game. I'm still excited for the game. Because we have second game that's based off of a U.S. territory, which is fun. I do like the welcome change, of course, of the characters.
Please put Braviary in there. My boy Braviary. God, how am I gonna kill this thing? It probably has Magic Guard. I mean, I just paralyzed it, so I can't poison it anymore. I mean, I know it has Magic Guard, so there's no way that actually, wait, if it took damage from hazards, hang on.
Hey guys, I just do want to mention real quick about the whole critical stuff because I was thinking about it a little bit. When it comes to being critical, I think it's always important to be like that because you always want to make sure that nothing is ever really perfect. Because if it's perfect, then how could they improve something that's already been released? You don't want the same thing repeated over and over and over again. You always want to try to see how the company themselves can continue advancing and evolving their technology and their hardware to make much better games and all that. And it's stuff like this that I want to talk about, like with the rest of the gang here. We always want to make sure that we look at these games positively, but not look at them as if they were perfection, like stuff that will never be.
Essentially, we don't want to look like a typical fanboy, because a fanboy will gush all about the positives and never about the negatives, because you always have to have negatives to be really critical and have a proper analysis.
It's like you're critical because you want the franchise to succeed, not because you want to tear it down, say bad stuff about it.
But then again, there are people that just bash stuff. Like, still, I see people bash Yokai Watch, and it's like, I was chatting to somebody the other day in I think RC or something like that.
We got ourselves an NU battle right here.
Who
Nice.
completely discounted the fact that yokai exists and like oh, the game sucks. And I asked the person, well, did you actually play the game? And no. Like, why do you even bother with that?
Yeah.
At least play the game. And by the way, the demo doesn't count as playing the game, because the demo is just a
It's not an actual gameplay.
It's not an actual gameplay. It's a scenario. It's not a reflection on the actual game. And the people that judge a game based on the demo alone and don't give it a chance, and those are the people that, why should you even voice your opinion if you haven't even tried the whole game yet?
But
Why? Okay, I sound different. That's because Discord owns and Skype sucks.
Oh yeah,
Discord.
By the way, guys.
Oh yeah, shout out to Discord. Discord is freaking clear. It sounds like these guys are in the room with me. It's great.
No, it's not that we sound like we're in the room. We are in the room.
Look
You guys
behind
just
you.
don't know that. Yeah,
Shh,
everybody's
I
here.
figured out the secret. Just turn on face cam. There's like 4 people huddled around me at the screen.
Why can't I hold all these relics? Oh my god, I'm just looking at all these images that people are making for Sun and Moon, and it's just so amazing, man. I'm really happy with the reception people have been giving Sun and Moon. You know, of course, looking at it positively, seeing the improvements that it has made compared to X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. One of the things I definitely noticed instantly is that they have like slopes now where you can just like lower down and rise up compared to the other generations where it looked very kind of noticeable. Like it was literally just like a rectangular line from beginning to end. You know, here it felt more realistic, more something that we could actually see in the real world, you know. And I'm really loving how the design of the Alola region is looking so far. And I'm really curious about more of this game. And here's hoping that when we receive more information of Sun and Moon, they don't literally spoil everything. Because that was one of the main problems I had with X and Y and even Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They literally just slapped every single detail to you without letting you have some form of surprise whatsoever. I think the only game that did that was X and Y in terms of the Mega Evolutions. But Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was like, here you go, all of them.
Here's all of them.
So they dumped it.
It was almost like
us, right?
Yeah, it was almost like the Gen 6 marketing team was like, they didn't even know the lack of Mega Evolutions or new Pokemon going into the gen, because they're like, hey, here's 50 new Pokemon. Oh crap, there's only 20 that we haven't shown them. Oh.
And I'm gonna put it out there right now, and I know this is gonna tick a lot of people off. Yokai Watch 3 looks like a better produced game at this point.
Well, then again, it got delayed. How long again? 2-3 years, something like that.
Well, hey, just like our boy Satoru Iwata once said.
Satoru Iwata.
Did I say Iwata? Did I just say Iwata? Dude, I'm gonna.
You've done.
All right, I'm gonna go hang myself.
SWAT team, come get him.
The curse of our house.
Please do. I feel ashamed.
Oh
okay.
my God.
So as our boy Satoru Iwata.
Iwata Satoru-san.
I am so sorry. As our boy Iwata just said, not just said because he's been dead for a little while.
Oh my God!
I should just stop talking, shouldn't I? I should just stop talking. Okay. But as our boy Satoru Iwata once said, I'm gonna try this again. As our boy Satoru Iwata just once said
back in the day,
a game that is delayed will eventually be good, but a rush game is forever bad.
Wasn't that Miyamoto?
God damn.
You're freaking.
I could have sworn that was
Electric chair
Miyamoto
for John
that said
now.
that.
Electric chair, please.
Get to the Denny's.
No.
Get to the chopper.
I'm sure Iwata said something good, so.
Yeah.
He says it's okay. He said something good. It's all right.
Okay, here.
No disrespect.
We'll get some Satoru Iwata quotes from the internet. On my business card, I am a corporate president. In my mind, I am a game developer, but in my heart, I am a gamer. So there you go.
Yeah, that was what he said. That was it.
Yes.
And
now,
that
what
really brings it all
Miyamoto has said before is that, so you know cats are interesting, but they are kind of like girls. If they come and talk to you, it's great. But if you try to talk to them, it doesn't always go so well. That's what he said. I'm being serious, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. But the reason why I say that, you know, at this point, you know, you look at like Yokai Watch 3, you got to look at the competition, because you can't deny it. Right now, Korokoro has just released, and they have like 100-page booklet on like 100 new yokai that are coming out, and some of them look really hilarious. Like one of them is like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the other one is like a thing that looks like what is it?
Swellow is
what was it? Damn. You see, I keep forgetting the damn names.
Well, there were like 50 new yokai that were getting introduced, so I wouldn't expect you to remember every single one of them.
Somebody in the chat just asked 1,000 arrows or 1,000 waves. I don't know. I forget what the difference is. I mean, I know what they do. Like, one hits flying types and one is, like... What is it? It's, like, unavoidable or something like that? I don't know.
I got a really important question to ask you guys.
Yeah.
In Sun and Moon, we recently got the confirmation that the trainers are going to be behind your Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's that gonna work with giant-sized Pokemon like Wailord and Perfect Form Zygarde if they're gonna try to keep the proportions same?
Well, if you look,
they'll be scaled down like they were in X and Y.
Then the consistency, though.
No. If you look closely, right, you see that the trainer is actually standing, far away. So you kind of have the difference in depth. So if you have like a Wailord, it's not gonna be 90.
He's standing a mile back in the distance.
Right, they're gonna make it. They're gonna have to make it work because that's what it is.
Yeah, but Zygarde Perfect Form is like the tallest thing alive. The only thing I'm expecting to see in my 3DS screen is literally just the legs of Zygarde Perfect Form and nothing more because of its hugeness.
Oh gosh, no, like, listen out, Wailord. If that is not scaled down, the whole screen's gonna be blue. I love the fake Junichi Masuda account that posts like it's the fake Cerebi account actually. It said like Mega Wailord just
Cerebil, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, Cerebil. That's
Cerebil.
And so it was just like, here's a screenshot of the color blue. That's Mega Wailord. It just fills up the whole screen.
I also love the one with the Wailord, like the Wild Horde, where you just get to see them all smushed together on the 3DS screen because they can't fit together at once.
Oh yeah, that's so great.
I love this, man. But if there's one thing I love about the Poke community when it comes to these things, it's the memes that come out of it, man. I love Rowlet. There's that one GIF I think everybody knows of Rowlet where it just looks behind the trainer and suddenly it explodes and then goes and attacks the Popplio.
Oh my god, that is my favorite thing. That is my favorite thing is like the Rowlet meme where he just like looks at the trainer explodes and it uses leafage on Popplio and Popplio just explodes. It's like a nuclear explosion. It's so great.
Oh,
they got like 9,000 retweets or something. Actually, I gotta go check now. I want to see what it's up to. Cause
hold on, it's from
I retweeted it.
That's how you pronounce his name. Come again?
Oh, and then the other one is Litten where his his little mustache or his whiskers turn into like giant arms and it's like firefighting type confirmed.
So guys, Nintendo America has tweeted fave for Slippy, retweet for that boy.
Oh god, rip Nintendo.
I love it.
Hold on, I'm gonna retweet something real quick and oh my fucking god. The people have spoken and they said, "What up?" Oh my god.
I just like on this French Pokemon cap, I got like the last 3 minutes of Sonic Boom, and then I just hear freaking Dr. Eggman in French.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that GIF of Rowlet blowing up the Popplio is up to 8,000 retweets. Oh my gosh. And 8,000 likes. It's almost the same number of likes and retweets. That's crazy.
18,000, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 18,000.
You said 8,000.
Oh, we level 1. Oh, I did? 18,000, yeah. 18,000 retweets, 18,000 likes. I need to get back to the battle.
All right. My god, man. It's like it's fighting over who's gonna actually win. Is it gonna be the likes or the retweets that's gonna win this? Jesus Christ, man. This GIF is simply stunning, man.
It's so beautiful.
So let's go talk about Litten then, the neutral of the bunch, because everybody loves Litten. There's not really much hate for the Pokemon. A lot of people do mention that it kind of looks like one of those Neko Cat characters, like in those, whatever that kind of book was called again. But yeah, in terms of the design, I believe it had like a reference in his forehead resembling something for sulfur or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
the real question is, why did we not see Litten coming? Like, why have we not been able to predict who the Fire Starters is? It's so obvious. And we've known this for a little while now, but all the fire starters are like the Chinese Zodiac. You have the dragon, and then you have the rat, which is Cyndaquil, and then you have the rooster / chicken, which is Torchic, of course. And then I want to say, who comes after that? Chimchar, the monkey. You have Tepig, the pig. Fennekin, the dog / fox. And then you have Litten, the tiger. So, I mean, gosh, why were we not able to see that coming? So now all that's left for fire starters is snake, ox, goat, and honestly, a ox or a goat fire starter would be great because you have like those horns of fire. That would be amazing.
I saw a fan image of somebody who predicted in terms of how the thing would look like. It was a goat, a fire goat, and they had like this kind of cool samurai helmet and all that with the horns, and it just looks so beautiful. It was like a fire steel type, and I was like, why couldn't this be real? Now, mind you,
great.
Litten is a really adorable Pokemon. I love it. It sells sulfur and sulfur accessories. It looks beautiful and all that. And you know,
I'll sell sulfur and sulfur accessories.
God damn it, Proplio.
No, what is this guy doing? He brought 5 Dittos and a Rayquaza.
He's ready to get it on, man. Oh no,
Hey, at least it's not 6
What are you
Ninjas,
doing?
right?
What are you doing?
God. I want to say though,
this man.
if there's one thing I love about Litten so far, and it's always been like this with every fire Pokemon that gets introduced for a starter Pokemon, holy shit, the firefighting images is amazing. Like I saw an image where it's like, okay, this is such an adorable cat. Wait, why is it standing on 2 legs? Wait, why did it suddenly get all muscular? And then in its chest it says firefighting on it.
Oh yeah, and I also love how Gen 6 when that first came out, there were all of those pictures.
It was like Blow Punch or something like that.
Yeah,
It started.
It was like welcome to fire. It was welcome to Fire Fighting World, and so or no, it was just Firestarter World. It's like welcome to Firestarter World, and it was like Blaziken like welcoming in Fennekin. And so he's like, hey, Fennekin, you have a package here from Junichi Masuda. For some reason, he wants you to put these on, like they're like boxing gloves inside.
I think though, Litten, I was talking to my brother a few days back. He thinks that it's going to be Fire Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fire Dark would definitely make sense if it's not just pure fire. Which is always a possibility. Because honestly, I think the Unova starter should have been different types. I think that Superior could have passed for Grass Dragon, but it didn't. So, whatever. Or Samurott could have been Water Ice.
Yeah, I think it's just because of Glow Punch. And then I remember when Braixen released, everybody was also freaking out about it as well. But people got relieved once it started using psychic attacks and all that. So people were already happy with Braixen as a result. So Litten, I really do hope that it turns out to be a fire/dark type, like you mentioned earlier, GoTSS. I'm just curious in terms of its design. Is it still going to be 4-legged, or is it going to suddenly turn into a 2-legged type of creature?
I hope it stays 4-legged, because oh my god.
That's probably not going to be the case, because they really want to make the starters look like they want to be roided up, so that's not going to work, you know.
I hope Rowlet doesn't turn into like a muscular bird like everybody draws on Twitter.
It would be kind of funny though. Are all of these holding quick powder? Because they all outspeed me.
I don't know.
How do you win?
Are they beating you?
Yes, they're destroying me. I only knocked out 1 Ditto, and he's knocked out 3 more Pokemon.
Jesus Christ, man.
They all have imposter and quick powder. Why? Why has somebody not done this at like the World Tournament or something like that?
Because it's probably
disqualified. Yeah.
Oh wait, Species Clause, that's why. So that wouldn't work, but still. Oh my god. Even 1 Ditto. Even 1 Ditto.
What else was there to go and talk about? I guess we can go and move on from
What about Popplio final evolution? I hope
I'm
it's
ugly and I'm
Water Ice.
proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud, says
He's
Popplio.
not ugly! He's kawaii as crap, man.
No, he's not!
Yes, he is!
I'm saying he's
He's gonna be on the side. He's gonna be on like a poster at like the Bronx Zoo.
I I love the images of Poplio. Like everybody's just pointing the middle finger at Poplio and just see the press pop. Wait, why is that happy?
Why? Why?
Okay, let me just talk a little bit about Poplio. My opinion on Poplio. So, Poplio, when I first saw the Pokemon, honestly, I felt like it was the weakest out of the three because it just didn't appeal to me. And once, the few days passed by and I finally got to see these Pokemon as is and all that, Poplio is still the third least one out of the bunch because honestly, it just doesn't appeal to me. I understand why everybody enjoys it. Everybody's just trying to be that cool kid that says Poplio is awesome when in reality, we all know that Poplio is just that evil.
Watch, he's gonna be the Froakie. He's gonna be the Froakie of Gen 7. Everybody hated on Froakie. Like, Froakie was crapped on for months.
No. If we're talking about crapped on, we're talking about Oshawott. Oshawott got worse than Froakie. Froakie
really
had some love.
I don't remember Oshawott getting hate.
Oshawott got crapped on, man.
I remember Tepig getting crapped on, but not Oshawott.
No. Oshawott was no. Oshawott was the one that was received very less in terms of popularity. Tepig was the one that was neutral, and then Snivy was the meme lord, just like how we have
Smugleaf.
Yeah,
Smugleaf.
But yeah, it's just like I don't know. Poplio to me just doesn't look good. But I'm the only reason I'm saying this is because whenever we ever make these kind of banters and stuff like that to the Pokemon, they always end up having the greatest final evolution. So I hope that turns out to be the case. I want Poplio to look like a complete badass to just prove everyone wrong, including myself.
He will! He will!
That's why I'm just like mentioning, like I'm calling it ugly and everything because sometimes the ones that are called ugly turns out to be the most precious things in the world. So
for me personally, when I play these games, I usually just take starters at random. Like for example, when I played Y, I took Froakie, and when I played AS, I took, what did I take? I took, holy crap,
Chespin was the ugly one.
Like, I don't even remember.
Froakie was the ugly one, but then his evolutions came out. We'd be like, whoa, we should.
Yeah, and everyone just started shatting on Quilladin.
I think I took, I know what it took. I took Torchic on that, so I went from like water to fire, and now I'm gonna do the grass because I do things in alternate, so I'm just gonna take Rowlet.
I will say Poplio right now, it may not be the favorite in my book, but I still will give it some hope for the future. It might turn out to be a really creative Pokemon in all honesty, but for first impressions, it's just kind of so. Yeah, that's
while John sounds like a lawnmower trying to start, I'm also going to mention that we have come to an agreement. At least a few of us have come to agreement that Satoshi should leave after this series because there's no reason why he should still be here.
If it Mega Evolves, I'm done. I quit. Okay, I quit. All right.
Oh my god.
To see all the
onward to our next challenge. I'm just like Ash right now. Onward to our next challenge at the end of every episode in Japanese. So
okay.
Mega Lucario, not dealing.
So Tia says, you really do believe that Ash is going to end his journey off in X, Y, and Z, right? Or at least that's what you're hoping for.
That's what I'm hoping for because it would be perfect because it will be 20 years. To finally retire, then maybe we can even get an alternative storyline now. Maybe he'll have his son or something, or start it up, and then passing of the guard, changing of the guard. That's what we need right now because, like I said, it's been almost 20 years.
Yeah, it's not that we hate Ash or anything. It's just that we
want to see closure to his story.
This is his highest point. I mean, how will you achieve Ash Greninja, something that is so exclusive right now to the anime? How can you top that for Ash's character? This has been one of the most amazing development that Ash has ever received as a character right now. You want to make sure to end him off on a high note. This is the big deal, And it will be so stupid, seriously, to just literally slap Greninja to the Pokemon Lab, leave it there, even though it has this amazing ability, and move on to your next journey, like as if nothing has happened. And I don't want that. But if things have to turn out that way, where Ash has to go to the Sun and Moon region, let him still have the knowledge that he got from X and Y.
Oh, please.
Basically, we just don't want him to, take the blue pill and then completely forget about everything he knew. Please. I mean, he's already been rebooted like 3 times. How many times you want to reboot him? It's like, format C:. There's so many times you can do that before you get bad sectors.
Exactly. It's just like, we just want Ash's journey to be something that will be memorable by everyone, and everybody will be like, yeah, I remember this trainer. He's this trainer that got so far, had a very rare Pokemon with him, and all this stuff, I just wanted to end on a high note, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, mind you, as people have pointed out, he's still 10.
Somebody said the Poplio was in The Simpsons once. What the heck? Well, Simpsons has been known to predict the future, so I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, like I said, the problem with Satoshi continuing would be the fact that we've had so much plot development, so much character development, and now you just want to kick it to the curb. That would be very disappointing.
Yeah, you have Serena with Amore shipping and all that for the community. You have Ash Greninja with Ash, something really rare. It's something that only Ash himself can do for the time being. And the reason I say time being is because this has been achieved before, especially with that Ninja episode. We got conclusion and they said, yeah, there was another Greninja that had the same transformation. So there are multiple Ash Greninjas roaming around the world, honestly, at this point. But I just want Ash to end off on a high note. If he still continues on another journey, let that be, his kind of like swan song or something like that. And then it'll be like, okay, this is the epilogue episode. Many years have passed by since we last left off, where he, traveled all over the region. Something happened. He has a kid now. I don't know what we would call that kid, though. If you're
here's the thing, right? Rika's not getting any younger. She's almost, holy crap, she's gonna be 50 next year.
Yeah, she's about 50. I was about to say.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and at that point, at around age 50 is when people in the Japanese
before.
A lot of the Japanese actors and actresses, they retire, or they want to move on to something else. I mean, you look at Oha Star, changing of the guards after like 19 years.
Yeah, man, that dude has been there since the very beginning, and now, he decided to pass the baton to someone else, and a lot of people were very, happy to see that he was moving on with his life, and to his future, man. Best of luck to what he's doing. I mean, he's still around. He's still active. In fact, I believe he's actually going to be part of the next Volcanion movie. So,
That's right. Yeah, because just because he's going out from Oha Star, it doesn't mean that he's going to retire completely. He just, wants to get reduced to workload. And I'm pretty sure Rika is probably thinking the same thing. Because Rika hasn't really done any outside projects since Cheese Sweet Home about 10 years ago.
The only one I remember a while back was like, I think it was called Arigato, that she made a CD out of it. And she actually did a cover of Mamoru Bekimono that was from the Manaphy movie. And it sounds okay, honestly. I liked it. I really do hope we'll ever get an ending theme song done by Rika Matsumoto for a movie. I think that's the only thing that we're missing.
Right,
honestly.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I'm an ambitious person. I would have said, well, let's get Aniki to do it, Ichiro Mizuki, but that ain't gonna work. But just probably wants too much money.
So, how do you envision it, guys? We all can say we want to see their adventure end and all that, but how do you vision seeing Ash's conclusion just, come to an end?
That's honestly a tough question to answer, because it's like, I mean, is everybody just gonna gather in Kalos randomly, like, hey, we finally have a feeling that you're gonna win, and then I don't know though. That's gonna be odd. So I can't see him just winning and like nobody's watching on TV like the Unova League or the Sinnoh League and nobody's there to cheer him on. It's just like, oh, he won. Congrats.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What are you doing? Okay.
Honestly, whichever goes on, if Ash does move on to the next region, do it in a way that will still make people happy about him going to the next region instead of making people super salty because, you know, like I mentioned, he's done so much in this region with X, Y, and Z. He's pretty much the key to saving the Kalos region. He has a transformation that is exclusive to him. He has been very good so far in his character development.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really curious in terms of how could they top something like this off in Sun and Moon, in all honesty.
Every time I look away from the screen, my Pokemon dies.
You know, and
oh, I just flinched.
the only way I could see it happening, guys, if he was to move to the Sun and Moon region is if in X and Y he wins the Kalos League and they say, hey, congratulations, you know, for your prize of winning the Kalos League competition, we're going to give you this ticket to go to the Alola region to celebrate and relax and have a good time. And then Ash goes there, finds out there's new Pokemon, and he moves on from there to travel around the Alola region. There you go.
Yeah, and the other people that think that Serena's going to stick around.
There's a petition going on right now. Like, what is that about?
There's like 400 signatures, wasn't there, for that thing?
Yeah, it's like even
like
normal
well, I mean,
petitions
here's the thing. I mean, here's the thing, right? You know, with Kasumi and Misty, you know, you had them going around because you had the core 3 for like, you had it for, what was it, 5 years going around, and you had all that stuff. But you think about it this way. Everybody that like the core supporting characters have lasted like 4 or 5 years per gen. So you have to think about it this way, you know. Well, of course, yeah, you're gonna say, oh, but Orange doesn't count. Yeah, Orange doesn't count because that was just a random character change because the writers thought something would be cool, or you know, write Tracy and.
Well, didn't they think that Brock was like a racist stereotype? Like, oh,
yeah, I think so. I mean, they did that for that purpose, and then they brought him back because you know the popularity.
Because nobody really cared.
Nobody really cared, yeah. But realistically, I don't see it happening. I mean, like I said, if Satoshi moves on to the next region, like I said, I just don't want him to like crash and burn, and all of a sudden he just loses everything.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If you look at all of the generational transitions, you go from, you know, going from Johto to Hoenn, that was a pretty good transition. It was a pretty climatic transition.
Yeah, he left all his Pokemon behind for the very first time and just leaving, you know, staying with Pikachu.
Yeah.
This was a very big change in his character.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just definitely a moment I think many people could easily remember. You know, they closed off a lot of characters that were introduced beforehand, such as Misty and Gary. You know, the rivalry came to a conclusion, and it opened up more possibilities for Ash to move on to the next region, which they did with Hoenn. And I'm very happy things turned out that way. Now, I'm just wondering, how can they repeat that, or how can they do that with X and Y, you know? Because there's not like a rival that has been traveling alongside Ash throughout generations. No, it's only just rivals he met in that same said region, you know, compared to Gary, who was in Kanto, and they conclude his story off in Johto. So
yeah,
I'm not sure how they can go about with this, but hey, you know, X and Y has been happy with that. So
this is what I think. I think that there's actually a connection. And this would be very interesting because we've never seen anything like this happen between the games and the anime. But I think it'd be very interesting to see if the guy that we saw in the trailer of Sun and Moon is like Shota's older brother or something like that. And like Ash and Shota go to the next region together. Shota becomes like the new Clement or Brock on the side, and the broccoli on the side, I guess. And
broccoli.
And then his brother is like Ash's rival, I guess. He could kind of be like Reggie even from Diamond and Pearl, Paul's brother, which is pretty nice. So, I don't know.
But
that would be cool to see.
what would Shota do then? Would he also collect badges as well? Would he decide to only
Maybe
just
he
take
takes
one
the
Pokemon
Gary.
with him?
Maybe he takes the Gary point of view, and he's like, "Hey, I would rather be an observer or a researcher of your because like he is like Ash is his role model, so like why wouldn't he want to like travel with Ash for like one region and be like, okay, maybe I won't collect badges here, I'll just observe how
I mean, here's
you
the thing.
battle."
I mean, Shota still has a huge amount of time for character development. I think.
Oh
Be a
yeah.
good companion.
Oh yeah, it's just more so what can they do to keep him entertaining for the viewers, you know? We can all assume that he could be great like that, but eventually it could, you know, slowly die out because he's going to be repeating the same thing over and over again. It's going to wear out. You want to try to have something refreshing to keep him, you know, still consistent and just be a character that everybody will admire throughout the journey and not something that will be like, why is he here, you know? That's why
Yeah, I
I'm
know
kind
what you
of
mean.
worried for Shota, but if he was to become a companion, of course. But I have high hopes. If they keep the same writers as they had so far, or some of the best writers that they had so far with X, Y, and Z, I think that, you know, they could probably do an okay job with that.
Well, the only thing.
Be a more writer.
You know, I will have to say also that they have to make sure they put enough budget into this, because if they start cheapening out, because that's pretty much what's happening to a lot of series, where if you take away some of the budget, the quality suffers. And I don't want to have it to be like we're gonna be in the XY syndrome again, where we're gonna have multi-episode 10-20 episode gaps where nothing happens. You know,
Especially like the beginning of XY.
Yeah, it was a rough start, man.
It was a wreck, man.
But thankfully, though, I'm very happy that they finally picked it up around after episode 40-ish, I guess you could say, around 30, 40-ish, where we got to see...
Yeah, after that Lucario arc was over with, I think they got it together for the... And then there was another, like, little
The summer
section
camp.
between... Yeah, actually, that stretch between Ramos and Clement actually wasn't that bad now I think about it, because there's a lot of evolutions and stuff that went on there.
Yeah, and of course, the big thing that shocked everybody, Clement leaving for like a...
Oh, yeah, that was out of left field, man. Like, nobody saw that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like, how were your reactions, you know, when that happened, out of curiosity?
I was flipping out, because I was like, oh my gosh, they're doing something that's never really been seen before. They were hyping up that gym battle really well. And as a result, we saw one of the best gym battles, if not the best gym battle ever. So I think they did a pretty good job with that.
You know, and I'm really curious in regards to how they're going to handle the next gym battle with next week's episode. We recently got the preview from Pokenchi, and geez, that Avalog is huge.
Ooh, the animation. So nice looking.
That also means that every other thing will look like crap, just like in the Antha.
Well, probably. The only episode so far that had great standard animation, like battle animation at the same time, was probably X, Y, and Z 1. Or I want to say there was one other episode. I want to say it was the first Ash and Alon battle. I would say.
No, that was also bad as well.
Yeah, that was also pretty bad. XYZ 9.
Was that the one where they made it to Terminus Cave?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that episode was also good.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, like I mentioned, you know, the gym battle is looking really hype. It's going to be a 3-part episode, judging from how it turns out, because we're going to have the gym battle, and then we're going to have the Dawn of Evolution episode, and then we're going to be having the rematch. And then after that, we're going to be having the episode of the century, being somehow them going to the wetlands.
Yes,
in the span of an
wetlands.
episode.
I'm really looking forward to that. That is looking great.
So, I'm curious, guys, in your opinion. In the end of the recent episode of X, Y, and Z, Shota is now traveling with Ash and the gang. You know, we saw Shota go with Ash to Snowbell City. I think that's what it's the name, right? Snowbell?
Yeah.
And I'm really curious, is he going to actually be a new 6th member of the X and Y crew till we, you know, reach the end of the Kalos League competition? Because at this point, where does Shota have to go? He's already obtained all his badges, and everybody is heading back to Lumio City, from what it turns out to be. I think maybe the Lumio City area is the place we might see the Kalos League competition, and if so, that would be awesome because that means we'll see all of our friends that were there in X and Y in the Lumio City area be alongside and watching Ash in his journey. I think that would be in his Kalos League competition battles. I think that would be awesome in all honesty. So I hope that this is like the beginning of Shota being a sixth member of the crew throughout the journey.
Well, let me just say I'm really glad that Ash lost to Shota this week, because, I mean, that means that he got it out of the way. So when the league comes around, there's probably a less chance that he would lose. Because I was generally kind of worried about that. Like, oh, Ash just pounding him into the ground every time. Like, when they get to the league, how's that going to change? It might be like the reverse rival thing. Like, you know how Ash always loses to his rivals at first. And then when they get to the league, that's when Ash beats his rivals. And so I was like, oh god, if he keeps beating Shota into the ground like this, then eventually Shota's going to beat him at the league, but Shota got his win, so we're good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for these next couple of episodes, man. Especially for the Kalos League competition, because now things are definitely starting to pick up, man. And I hope we get to see a couple of recurring characters before we get to the league to kind of flesh them out a little bit more before that time comes. I mean, we need to see Tierno again. Come on, man, where he has been.
That's true, because he is collecting gym badges. So,
yeah, and also Trevor, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Tierno kind of feels like the Stefan of this region, because we're not getting much at it. I mean, he's supposed to be a rival, but he's like the side rival. And I get the feeling it's going to be a good league battle. That might be like their last like 3v3 maybe, because I don't know. Actually, doesn't Tierno have like 5 Pokemon that we know of?
Raichu, Blastoise, Ludicolo, what was that evolution of Politoed?
Yeah, Politoed. They've shown a lot of us like in that one episode where Gudra evolved.
Yeah, and I think that was it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Let's see. There's a lot of rivals that it seems like will be participating in the Kalos League. I just hope we get some that we honestly didn't expect, you know? Like we might see a rival that gets introduced literally at the league and all that. Hopefully he's not going to be the one that defeats Ash.
Oh, he probably will be.
Ah, boy. What are we going to call him, though? Cameron 2 or something like that?
I hope not.
I'm sorry. That's not his name.
Realistically, he'll be like Richie 6, because Richie was the first one. Then you had who was after Richie? I don't even remember his name from Johto. Harrison. He was the guy with the Blaziken. And then who was the guy who beat Ash in
the one with the
Tyson? Yeah, Tyson. And then I want to say after him,
Tobias.
Tobias. Then Cameron, and then random Gen 6 person, whoever it's gonna be. So, yep.
Let me see something real quick. Try to remember off the top of my head about No, I got 9. Okay, now I do. So, like I mentioned before, in the next couple of episodes after these next gym battles and all that, we will be returning to the wetlands, and we're going to be seeing our good buddy Gudra again after so long, even after people had predicted that we would never see this Pokemon come back. It feels good to be right, by the way, first of all. And secondly, you know, I'm pretty confident...
The cops are coming after Gudra, so that's why they need to go there.
Ah, shit,
yeah,
man.
I keep hearing sirens
delayed
in the background.
again.
Like, who is that?
God damn it. They delayed the Gudra episode for a few weeks now, and will not be returning until the problem is solved. But anyway, Gudra. A lot of people, myself included, do not believe that Gudra is going to be returning to Ash's team at the end of that episode. However, I do feel that Ash is going to at least tell Gudra that when he arrives to the league, can he help assist Ash in, you know, battling some trainers during the Kalos League competition, since he doesn't have a 6th member. Who better to get a Pokemon that has already received development and is pretty much close by to get than Gudra? Yeah, you know. I understand he has already 2 dragons, but I mean, come on, we have 3 flying types right here with us.
That's very true.
So, I mean, typing doesn't really matter at this point. Halucha has taken hits like a boss, and Talonflame and Frogdeer have also been able to hold on their own to type disadvantages. I did love that moment where Frogadier grew his water pulse attack to attack the Go-Go in the gym battle episode. Like, if you actually take notice, he ended up, charging up the water pulse attack to be even longer and bigger to do more damage to it. And that's one of the things I love about Frogadier. He's pretty strategic in battlefields.
Yep.
And I can't say that for Greninja, because Greninja hasn't really been showcasing much of that, in all honesty. He's been more on the offensive side of things, especially with Ash Greninja now. So here's hoping that in these next couple of episodes, we can see the return of that strategic Greninja come back, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And actually, we can't rule out the possibility of Ash catching the Carbink in the Gudra episode.
Are you seriously thinking that's going to happen?
Hey, I am open to anything. I mean, they haven't advertised it. That's probably the one thing that tells me he won't catch it. But who knows? It's always possible. If he catches the Carbink, I would be okay with it. It would be... I don't know. I mean, it just seems weird to me. Like, what are they going to do with the Carbink when it stops rampaging? I mean, just the title of it seems weird. The Rampaging Carbink or whatever it is. I mean, it's just like... What? What is a Rampaging Carbink doing? Why is this a threat?
It's one single Carbink.
Yeah, it's like, what do we do? Actually, no, wait. Carbink could be plural, I guess.
No, they said one single Carbink.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Wow. What is this? So, I don't know. If it's one single Carbink, then yeah, good chance that he could catch it. Who knows?
Accidental capture. He was trying to throw the Pokeball at Gudra, but Ash tripped on a Ladybug and the Pokeball went to the Carbink.
Yeah, that's it.
Freaking Ladybug. We're done.
Yeah. Bye-bye, folks.
No, what somebody needs to do is they need to get on DeviantArt and they need to make a picture of Satoshi trampling over a ladybug and accidentally falling and catching something that it doesn't want.
That's
what we want. That's what we want. Challenge accepted.
Anyone? Maybe. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see until a couple of days pass by. Let's see what's going on in the game mode right now. I see a Rotom Fridge in the battlefield. Holy shit, what the heck is with your boost stats of Goribus?
That is our buddy Shell Smash over here. Shell Smash, my second favorite Gen 5 move after Scald. Because Scald is... No, I missed! Oh, I used Stealth Rock.
He was expecting that miss. He predicted.
He was expecting it to miss. He was going easy on me.
Sianic, that's not a possibility. Wow, my phlegm voice. Wow. Oh!
Yeah, I was about to say, TSS, you were auditioning for one of those chain smoker commercials.
Can't even do
that.
that.
I was giving my best Elton John 1988 Reg Tour impression.
Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh Jesus Christ! It's getting so humid in this area, man. I'm hating this. The weather is crazy, by the way, folks. I know it has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but the weather is just so crazy right now. We had a week full of rain, and now it's all humid and.
He held Reshiram in his pocket this long.
God damn. He was saving the ace, man. And you have 4 Pokemon still here with you.
Yep.
What other Pokemon do you have? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I only saw it for a split second, but I saw one Pokemon in particular, and I'm like, yep, he's okay now.
Alright then, who's after Elopix?
Reshiram with Turbo Blaze.
Ah, Sayanda, how you doing, Sayanda? Oh, Cobalion. I love Cobalion.
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
One of my favorite legendaries. Okay. What do we do here? Ooh, this is a good team. This is a good team! Random's looking nice. I like random battles. Does anybody else like random battles? I like random battles. Oh, use taunt. Okay. Okay. Oh, Protean. Dark. Get out of here. Focus Sash. Dang it. Okay, then.
You know what? I'm surprised. In Kalos, they didn't have an item. They didn't have a poutine item.
Yeah, that would have been nice to
But
have.
actually, no,
Maybe
that's
with
actually
some-
wrong because that's the wrong because it's not a French dish. It's a French Canadian dish, which is completely different. But that would have offended some people, like, or maybe some like brie or something. I don't know.
Ooh, we barely lived.
Yo, it was explosion.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep, I died.
Yeah, it doesn't work on Pokemon that have sturdy.
See, I love Mega Sceptile and all, but why does he face the wrong way? That bothers me. Even in Pokken he does that, doesn't he?
What?
Where when he Mega Evolves, he like turns the other way,
Mmm.
and it messes me up so badly. I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh god, I hope you're faster than Mega Sceptile. Probably not, because Mega Sceptile's fast as crap. Well, that Minun literally just ate my flamethrower. Okay. Alright. What do I do now? What do I do now? Send out most OP Mega Evolution. I don't know. Does Unknown have Pixelate? No, it still has Healer. That's crap. That's garbage. They literally made Autono just for VGC. Like, that's pretty much all they did it for. Wait, does Dazzling Gleam hit through Substitute? No, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. I know, Hyper Voice does, though. Make a full team of Wailords with Explosion and Fisher. I haven't looked at the chat the whole time.
Oh god.
Wow. I was just being like, hey, I can read the chat now because I have 2 monitors down here finally. And what have I done? Not read the chat. I am so sorry, guys. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even have enough room for 2 monitors at this point. I wish I did.
I have no idea what to do. Reggie Steel. I'm just gonna protect and see what he does. Toxic.
You and me, sweet son, as always with you. No.
I guess I'll just use Hitmontop. Because why not? Hitmontop, sweet moves! Oh, I'm gonna get up and start dancing just looking at Hitmontop. Dang, it did nothing. Okay. Okay. Wait. The battle is ahead of the chat, which is ahead of the audio. Is the audio behind? Hello?
What?
Is the audio behind the stream?
Oh, everything is behind the stream.
Well, I know like everything's like on a 30-second delay, but like on the actual stream, like is the audio not synced up? I might still have set up my capture card settings.
Is that him on top though? Not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Come on, hit me, Deoxys. Oh crap, I'm running out of PP because pressure. Oh wait, rapid.
So
spin.
what have I missed, guys?
Nothing really, to be honest. Oh crap, he almost demolished me.
Should actually
Yeah,
get a drink
get
at some
all of
point.
those hazards. Those hazards out of here. Oh, that's when I should have sucker punched.
You got a sucker punch.
Okay, so it is behind. The audio is behind the video. Well, how would I fix that?
Really
Hang
can't.
on one sec. Okay, let's see. Ah! Actually, I should probably finish this battle first.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea. Because I don't want to, like, time out the battle, because it's like a 300-second timer, I think. See, this is what I get for not reading the chat.
Okay, here we go. Somebody asked if in the final Flare arc, imagine if Ash's Pikachu decides to power up Shoto's Mega Sceptile because of the Lightning Rod ability. Kind of similar to Best Wishes in a way with Team Rocket and all that. With
the giant Electro Ball scene, that was nice.
What does Lightning Rod do again?
It draws in all electric type attacks and boosts them by like 1 point, or boosts your special attack by like 1.5 if you hit with an electric attack.
Oh, okay.
At least
so like maybe Pikachu could use like Thunderbolt on Sceptile, and Sceptile gets a boost, and then it unleashes like a giant Dragon Pulse or something. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Static. Yeah, it's too. I mean, the only thing is though, I don't think we've seen like an Ampharos or like a Mareep or something have static. Or we have seen Mareep have static. I know Mareep we've seen in the anime that has static, but not. I don't think Ampharos.
They didn't really show that many abilities in the anime until about Gen 4, even though they were introduced in Gen 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like Gen 4 was when they first revealed Pikachu to have static, I think. And then you also had the stuff like Blaze with Infernape, which we saw a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that rain's gone. That sucks. Sucks. But I got Earthquake, so I'm good.
Yep.
Oh, this is Speed Boost!
Oh my
Speed Boost
god!
Sharpedo.
Yes, finally!
What?
Finally, after so long, the song is out. Okay, I'm talking about the anime. I don't know if anybody else has watched it in this chat, but there's an anime ongoing right now called Boku no Hero Academia. They had an opening song that is called D-Day. It is one of the best openings that I've heard this season. And now the full opening has just recently released, not so very long ago. Be right back. I'm going to spam the living shit out of this song now. So, BRB.
Okie dokie.
Yep. And I'm
Ooh,
still,
Sharpedo is power.
and I'm still waiting on spending the $40 on the original Doraemon 1973 opening and ending.
All right, Ricky Dado is next, but I need to see. All right, so how far behind is the audio, guys? Like, how far behind the video is the audio?
It's got to be 30 seconds because I just heard BRB after that, but I have to like.
Well, I know that the stream itself should be 30 seconds behind, but like, is the audio off from the video on the stream?
I can't really tell at this point.
I gotta listen to this real quick, actually. So give me 1 sec. Okay, so I just listened to it and it sounds fine to me. So yeah, I'm not gonna change anything. Anyway, let's continue to Ricky Dado. All right, or maybe it's just something else happened. I don't know. Whatever. Oh wait, this guy's got Ash's team. That's so cool. That is so cool. Wow. I like that. I like that a lot. How many generations are there? There's 7 now. So, yeah. What do I lead with? This is really cool, seeing Ash's team. Very cool, very cool. Who to lead with? Who to lead with? I'll lead with Golurk. Why not? I like Golurk. Can you guys even hear the background music? I can like barely hear it. But yeah, I guess it's there, I guess. U-turn. Ash's whole Lucha doesn't have a U-turn. What are you doing? It'd be nice if he did, though. That would be really cool to see. He has X-Scissor. He's kind of learned that out of nowhere. Ooh, bulk up. Nice. Okay. Bulk up Talonflames. I forgot that was a thing. I really did. Hopefully I can 2-hit KO this thing. I think I can't. No, I can't. Because he's got leftovers. Unless I get a crit. Nope, he's got Roost. Ah! It has to be like totally quiet for you guys to hear the background music. It's like Kanto Gym Leader. God, what do I do? I could try this. Oh, but he's boosting his defense. I'm an idiot. Okay. I am an idiot. That did nothing. Okay. 10% after leftovers. That's nice. So we gotta hit him on the special side. Question is, how are we gonna do that? He's so fast, too. Talonflame is such a threat. At this point, I almost have to sack Golurk. Like, that's what I have to do. I have to sack Golurk, actually. I hate to do it, but I think I have to. Freeze! 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 Ugh! I'm thirsty. I'm just getting... Oh, wait. He has a fire move. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. He has a fire move. Okay. I'm not mad about that. I forgot the fire moves stall you out.
Okay, I just listened to the song. Oh, so good.
That 10% chance.
Anyway, what I miss now?
You missed me raging about the fact that this guy was able to thaw out on freezing, but I forgot that fire moves stall you out, and he's actually using Ash's team.
Oh yeah, look at
You see
that.
that?
I noticed
Yeah.
it. Pikachu.
That's really nice.
But why is he the trainer from the 4th generation though? Ruined forever.
Ruined.
Ruined.
Like a Bob Ross painting. Ruined! Saved! It's great. Alright, please, Miss Magius, please be faster. Please be faster. Please be faster. Holy crap. Holy crap, please. Please, 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 please.
Please, Gooby, please.
No! I'm dead. I'm
Please.
so dead. I'm 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 so dead.
It's okay,
Dead.
buddy.
Dead.exe. I'm not gonna live a flare. Oh, I forgot he had Roost. No. I'm gonna toxic him though. Toxic. I finally hit a toxic tonight. Thank you. 90% accuracy is a lie. I don't care what anybody says. It still is a ton of damage. Please, toxic damage. Toxic damage, please. Replace Golurk with Relicanth. That's a good idea. I never tried Relicanth. What do, guys? What do?
Better question is, what don't do?
No! I thought he was gonna roost. I thought he was gonna roost, and I let my Combuskin die.
Oh boy.
Okay, so if Ash's Talonflame battles like that at the league, then he's definitely gonna win.
Smog and Bird.
That Talonflame was legit like Tobias's Darkrai. It took down 4 Pokemon. Oh gosh.
Somebody
Woo!
asked, do you think that they'll ever put Callus Quest on Netflix? Well, they did so far with season 1. I'm pretty confident they'll do with season 2 in the distant future. I'm not exactly sure how long it'll be until that time comes,
Yeah,
of course,
they probably will. When did they put season 1 on? Like just the beginning of this year?
I feel like it was the beginning of this year, maybe like around February, March, around that time. I don't recall.
Yeah.
But it was pretty early on though. And very
So
happy.
if you're a fan of the dub, then you have that to look forward to. If you are an elitist like we are, then we watch the subs. But hey, we will not judge you if you watch the dub. We're okay with it, kind of. Oh, he encored me. This crafty devil. I've never seen an encore Halucha before.
That is interesting. I wonder if Ash's Halucha will learn encore in the future.
I can just imagine encore like in the anime, like he's just like in the games.
It's doing its dance like it did.
It just its clap. How did he clap? He has paws. Not paws. What are those claws? Claws, paws. Hello. All right. Encore's over. He encored me again.
So apparently, I was like one of the few people out there who has mentioned that they don't look like chibis anymore. What the hell? I'm talking about Sun and Moon, by the way.
You think everybody would really recognize that?
Yeah, but apparently, from what this person has been watching from other videos, they've never mentioned the chibiness not being chibi no more.
Please don't encore me again. Please don't encore me. He's gonna encore me again. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He did it.
Wait, that's not something to be hyped about.
I knew he's gonna do it. I just spat all over my screen. That's disgusting.
How dare you?
Okay.
That screen has feelings, you know, man.
It do.
Apologize to it.
We're all at +4. This is legit gonna be like the struggle of power right here. Please.
Well, at least it's safe to say Ash is not gonna have a hard time in the league, though. If it's gonna be like this.
I certainly hope not. I hope this is an omen of good things to come.
Right?
He has +4 defense, or ×4 defense.
Oh boy.
Wow. GG.
Ash,
GG,
learn
Ash.
how to be like this, and you'll be perfectly fine with the
Ash
future.
wins the Kalos League right here. You heard it here first.
And then you only had one Pokemon removed.
Mm-hmm. He didn't even need Gudra. What was Gudra even on the team for?
Gudra's like the Lucky Charm, basically.
Yeah, I guess so, because Halucha and Talonflame did all of the fighting. Alright, who's next? So many people challenged, or they canceled their challenge, but hey, whatever. Oh, we got another OU match. I've been sucking at OU tonight.
OU.
OU.
I love those comics of OU. So great with like Greninja and Talonflame and Charizard too.
Rip Greninja. I wish Greninja was still in OU. I wish Hoopa Unbound was still in OU too. I think Hoopa Unbound was a
What is
stupid
Greninja
game.
banned or something?
Yeah, Greninja got banned ever since it got gunk shot in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
What's that?
It got through Move Tutor, so it could break fairy walls. And people were like, "No, you can't have a gunk shot Greninja anymore." So.
Well, that's bull. I can understand.
So,
Still bull.
yeah, so Greninja's banned now, even though I don't think it should be. And, ooh, he switched down to that. Okay. Please don't use stealth rocks. Rock polish.
You know what I will say, though,
rocks.
seeing these showdown battles, I will say one of the things I'm liking so far is the variety of Pokemon instead of just like the typical ones I would have normally expected.
It's not I haven't seen any smug and laundromats tonight, which is.
Now you probably brought them in. Now they're gonna start slowly coming in one by one.
Counter did nothing. No. Chansey, why?
Wow.
Chansey. Okay. Chansey.
It's just basically the toasty equivalent for Pokemon.
It's too high.
Toasty.
Tyranitar. I don't even know what Tyranitar's voice is. Like, what even is Tyranitar's voice?
Roar.
Roar! Oh yeah, that is his, like in the movie. Actually, his roar is the same as Dialga's.
It's so funny though. Like, what the hell?
It's like a Godzilla roar from like the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like it wasn't
because copyright laws don't exist in Japan, so they're just like, well, they do, but they're very loose.
And then they've done it for
like,
other Pokemon as well as the series progressed on. I'm like, what the hell with these duplicate voices for? It sounds so ridiculous.
They did it for Rayquaza. They did it for Rayquaza in the Mega Evolution X, and I got kind of mad about that because, like, man, Rayquaza used to have a cool roar, like this deep roar they had in the Deoxys movie.
Hey, now it's a Dialga roar.
Now he has the Dialga roar. And it's like, man, I liked it better when they all didn't have Godzilla roars. Like,
come on, be original, like Reggie Gigas with the laundry.
I think even Groudon had that in the new movie, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, Groudon.
Groudon just roared. What was the other one? Not Kyurem. Kyurem also roared as well, but that's not the one I was thinking of.
But yeah, Kyurem's got like that really like raspy kind of roar. Like it sounds like he's sick with a disease or something. Then again, this is voice in general. I mean, he lives in a cold place. He probably got a cold.
He's always with a cold, man. He has a headache every single day he wakes up. Can't seem to get out of bed whenever he wants to.
Permanent vocal nodules.
Yeah, man. Poor Kyurem has just been having it rough. Hashtag save Kyurem. I
did like the voice work though in that movie. I thought the voice work in that movie was excellent. Even though if I didn't like the rest of the movie, but I thought the voice work with Vic Mignogna as Keldeo and whoever it was as Kyurem.
Dude, he made Keldeo so likable.
He did. I mean, the Edward Elric voice
Keldeo's
just fits
like
in
my favorite
so well.
5th gen Pokemon.
And a lot of people hated it. They were just like, "Oh, Keldeo whines too much." Keldeo, like, he's the rookie of the group, man. What do you expect? They did a good job with that. Everything else in that movie, not so much. The only plot worse than that movie was probably the Hoopa movie plot, because there was no plot in the Hoopa movie.
I'm still gonna say right now, I think the worst movie out of all time for Pokemon has to probably be the Deoxys movie.
Really? I mean, that movie's boring, but I don't think it's bad. Like I said,
Tommy February 6th makes it the worst movie. You want like ear rape, you gotta listen to the ending where you have Lovely Boy 9 minutes and 39 seconds with Plusle and Minun. That's what we're talking about.
The dub ending wasn't that bad though. The dub ending was okay. This Side of Paradise?
Yeah, but it still sucked.
I still love the movie 6 theme because they actually did do.
Well, Chisaki Mono is great because they did the dual language thing in the US, so.
Yeah.
If Ash heads back to Kanto and that's the end of his journey, who will he marry?
Misty.
Probably either nobody or still Serena, because actually, well, he did show more like signs for Misty than Serena, because Serena is like painfully one-sided. I think Ash's obliviousness has only like grown over time though. And some people argue that in the beginning, Ash, he used to like have attraction for people, but that was just because his character wasn't really developed yet.
Yeah.
Because you saw like him have like a crush on like Giselle in that early filler episode. So things have changed since then though.
Yeah. I do want to mention something real quick in regards to Chisaki Mono from the 6th movie. There was one performance that she did here in New York City back in, I think it was 2012, and it's up on YouTube. And it just made me so emotional just seeing her perform that song live because she was singing it to her little one. Like, she literally had her young baby right there with her. And she was just singing the song like a lullaby. It was so adorable, man. I really do recommend to those who want to watch it. You just write Chisaki Mono live, and it should probably pop up somewhere. It's so, I don't know. I just love it. It really is.
Well, it says Misty also hinted at it in the Heartbreak of Brock. That was a dub line, though, so it doesn't count.
Right.
Unfortunately. And a lot of people don't know that, is that, there's that infamous line where Misty says, "You and I will be married someday too," and then Ash just flips out. but that was a dub line. 4Kids did a lot of stuff with Poke Shipping that was never in the canon or original versions.
And also for other shows as well. I mean, who could forget One Piece? One Piece.
Well, I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I've never watched. What is this team?
What?
Is this random? Oh, it's a random battle, isn't it? Okay.
And thank
I was about to say, I don't know.
people on Verizon for putting a random $7.66 regional sports network fee when I don't watch sports.
Right. I recently went by 86th Street a while ago to go and get me the box for the Fates Collide.
Oh, wait, this is Battle Factory format. That's why I see his side.
Oh,
sorry
okay.
to interrupt.
Oh, no.
86th Street where? Manhattan or Brooklyn?
No, right here in Brooklyn. And there was like this weird thing going on outside the Verizon building where the employees were just basically on strike.
Yes.
So
I'll tell you exactly what it is. The installers for Verizon Fios, they haven't had a contract in about over 2 years, about maybe a year or two. And they have been, and a lot of union workers, they're ticked off with Verizon because Verizon is being corporate pigs and not giving the union what they want, not giving them enough money for the hours that they work. So a lot of people right now are on strike, and a lot of the installers are on strike. So people have long delays in waiting for either service installs or troubleshooting because of that particular
All right,
fact.
so I'm gonna come back to that person because they were AFK, apparently.
Right.
So I'm gonna go to the next person.
Okay. What was I going at again? I forgot.
If you could redesign one Pokemon, what would it be? I would honestly, and I'm not saying this just because I hate him.
Lucario.
I'm not saying this just because I hate him. I would redesign Mega Lucario. Regular Lucario is fine. The design is perfect, like it is. But Mega Lucario is just
He has a fluffy tail. Come on, man.
It's literally just they took all this stuff and just dropped it on top of him. Like, I don't know. It's like how people describe Digimon designs. I mean, I don't know. I have never watched Digimon. I don't have any experience with Digimon designs. But, people say, oh, you just take an animal, you put a machine gun on it and a machete, and you call it a Digimon. That's what I see Mega Lucario as. I mean, there's not much creativity to it. They just over-designed it. They just took Lucario like it was and added more crap on top of it. So, yeah. That's my take, though. That's my take. Oh, that's gonna have Aura Sphere, doesn't it? Yep, it's shiny. It's shiny, so it's the event Raikou. It has Aura Sphere. It's gotta have it. It's gotta. I'm about to get Aura Sphered. I know I'm about to get Aura Sphered. I just got Aura Sphered. Oh, I didn't do anything. Okay.
Anyway, what time is it? Oh shoot, it's already 10:30.
Oh, it's 10:30. Hello. All right.
Hello. I'm gonna have to actually, unfortunately, be heading off right now because I didn't notice the timer.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap the stream up in about 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
So.
Well, to everybody that's in the chat right now, I wish everyone has a good night and take care. And I'll see you guys later. Hopefully tomorrow I can actually do what I was intending to do for some time and test out my 3DS stream thing because after a full month of figuring out what the hell that thing was, I finally managed to get it working on my Mac, and I am very happy with the results, man. Very, very happy, and hopefully I can get it all set and good to go for Sun and Moon whenever that game comes out. Here's hoping no claims, though, because Jesus Christ, claims have been happening to everybody lately regarding Sun and Moon.
The claims are crazy.
Yeah, like the instant I uploaded my video of Sun and Moon, because people were asking me, whatever happened to your Sun and Moon video? Why didn't you do a reaction to it at all whatsoever? The thing is, guys, me and Dean actually did do a reaction to Sun and Moon the instant it came out, both for the English as well as the Japanese trailer. But the instant that video got uploaded, it got copyright claimed, and it was pretty much blocked worldwide.
Did it have like the actual footage in it?
Yeah, but other people also had the footage in it as well. I mean, even some other YouTube channels as well, had this video uploaded at its fullest with commentary in it
Yeah,
and all that.
that is the thing, and I think Munching Orange had that same problem
Yeah,
too.
I was about to
Conspiracy,
mention.
I think not.
Yeah, he's like what, like
KG
one of
is
the.
Munching Orange confirmed.
Well,
Yeah,
that's because they're on like large, they're on large content networks that block that are immune to the copyright claims.
Yeah, like Game Explain, they did it and nothing happened there.
Because they have explicit permission. They have like all the, or maybe because they're on part of like Nintendo's thing.
Yeah, it's just like for Munching Orange, who's like one of the few biggest PokeTubers out there, and his video, which was an analysis that got.
Yeah, the fact that it's an analysis and not like an actual like re-uploading of the trailer, that's sketchy. That's odd to me.
It's in the rights of fair use, and it's just really bad that this kind of thing had to happen to his channel, and I hope he can get that issue resolved, because a lot of people did enjoy some of the videos that he made, and if this is going to be something that even Munching Orange can also get affected by, other smaller YouTubers who do want to do stuff related to Sun and Moon will get affected as well, and they might not have a chance of counter attacking those claims and all that stuff. So it's kind of something we have to be a little on the safe side when it comes to these videos, man.
Yeah, and even if when you, starting with Generation 6, if you even upload X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire videos, if they're just walkthroughs, even with your commentary in them, they still get claimed. I mean, they won't get blocked, but you won't make any money off of them.
I think it has to do with the audio. If you muted it, maybe.
I still got hit by audio visual claim, and I was like, Jesus, man. So I just want to say that for other people who are also going to be, trying to do these videos as well regarding Sun and Moon, just be a little cautious with some of the decisions you make. Try to find ways to see if you can work around the system, because, yeah, it's very unfair for some people who just want to talk about their opinions, and unfortunately they just can't get the chance. Look, I don't mind if my video gets claimed. If it gets copyright claim, that is perfectly fine. They deserve the money. If they want to get the money, I'm fine with that. My problem is they blocked my video so nobody can hear the reaction that me and Dean did. So that was what I was disappointed with the most, honestly.
Yeah.
And then that's why I'm just like, look, you can claim my video, that's fine, but you're not even going to make a profit out of it anyway if you just completely block my video to begin with and you claim it. Just do one or the other, and that's all I'm saying. But yeah, here's hoping that that for future videos I don't ever have to kind of worry about that type of thing again. So
yeah, guys, definitely take some extra precautions if you're planning to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, with that being said, I am going to be heading off for the night. And like I mentioned before, you guys all take care, okay, buddies? And I'll see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.
All right, have a good one.
Good night.
Okay, so anyway, where were we at? All right, so we're fighting this Latios here, and this has actually been a pretty smooth battle so far. It's not been bad. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on in PokeTuber world right now, just with copyright and everything like that.
There's a huge debate. I just want to touch on this because you have to look at it from a non-YouTuber perspective. Like I have been here, like I said, I've been here 12 years, and I've been here predating YouTube and everything else. And a lot of people will say it's like, it's like, oh, why are they making money by just playing games? Why can't they get a real job? What I say to that is, it's like trying to criticize someone that works at like a fast food place because they need to pay bills and they need to, make money to live. It doesn't matter at this point. A lot of people don't have the choice of their dream job, and a lot of people are like not as successful as others. A lot of people are ambitious, but at the end of the day, is that even when YouTubers, started back like even 2008, 2009, when the whole monetization thing started, you got to look at things like, CGR, Classic Game Room, for example, and
Mhm.
Lazy Game Reviews. Those people, like, right there. Those are the people that really got me hooked to like YouTube stuff. And you could then say, they they took advantage of the system back when it wasn't as strict. And for a time, and even look at CGR now, like Classic Game Room now, he decided not to, Mark decided not to pursue this anymore. He decided to focus more on his comic book stuff as opposed to video game stuff, because he knows that the making money on YouTube for video games is not really feasible anymore. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It was. If you go back and you look at his older reviews, like from like 2008, 2009, those were getting like millions and millions of views. And then when everybody else, everybody and their dog started doing them, obviously with more varied
Oh yeah, with so much
content.
competition right now.
Competition, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yeah,
know what? And the other thing is, and the two with like the PokeTuber scene and everything like that. Um, I believe the people that aren't bought out are the best people. Like the people that aren't doing this to exactly make like, thousands of dollars a month. Because once you get into that kind of mindset, you kind of lose all of your motivation to make quality content.
Mm-hmm.
So, and here's another thing, for us, here at, PM.net, we haven't been corporately sponsored or anything like that. And we just stay independent, and we are one of the best, in my opinion, out there, because we have creative control. Once a website or once a person becomes owned by a corporation, or they doing it, in respect to a corporation, you kind of lose the edge that you had when you were independent. I mean, look how many
Yeah.
people who were independent, and all of a sudden they got bought out by a company, or they bought out by sponsors. Then you kind of put yourself into this like wall where if you step 1 foot in the wrong direction out of that box, you're gonna get a slap on the wrist. And then that kind of in it of itself is kind of self-limiting. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's essentially how I look at it. A lot of people might disagree with that, and people, I mean, I still have a day job. A lot of people here still have a day job. I mean, that's the thing. And some people do try to do YouTube full time, and you know what, power to them, because especially in this world where, if you say something wrong, you're going to get a copyright claim, or you're going to get completely shut down by something if it was unintentional. And then you get all these like 35-40 minute rant videos from people like Angry Joe or something. That's whatever. It is what it is. And the
Mm-hmm.
YouTubers that put like 70 hours a week, power to them. Power to them. But you know what? At the end of the day, you have to realize that you have to people on YouTube, in the era of making money on YouTube is completely gone because of all
Yeah.
of the
Anytime it
BS.
becomes part of the money and not like the just doing it for the love of it, that's when there's definitely a drop off. And I will say, with 2016 and all these Sun and Moon videos, that I have lost a lot of respect for certain PokeTubers. I'm not gonna put any names out there right now, but just people in general. Oh wait, this is the Sinnoh team for Ash. Nice. Okay. Anyway, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted by myself?
Well,
Uh,
you were saying you were keying off what I said about the YouTube culture.
mhm. Yeah, so basically, it's like there's so much stuff, especially with Sun and Moon. Like I saw for months before they revealed the mascots, all of these theory videos, and it's like, holy crap! If you have a theory, do it for something that's already out there. Don't do a theory for something that has yet to be shown to us. Like, don't say Ho-Oh and Lugia are the mascots Pokemon Sun and Moon. Or don't say that Zygarde is the legendary Pokemon Sun and Moon. Don't do that. And especially, don't make those two videos back to back just so you can get 500,000 views. You know, again, not gonna call anybody out here, not naming names, but I just think that's a little bit, you know, like, you know your theory's probably not right. You're just putting it out there like, oh, like, Zygarde is solved, or here's all this other garbage out there, you know. It's not just one person, it's
multiple people, and the thing is, though, you know, people that think that clickbait works, it actually demeanor, it puts like a kind of a negative connotation on your channel. Because it's like, okay, it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf mentality, right? So, you know, you keep spewing out these kind of false rumors, and then nobody wants to watch your content because people will think, oh, this guy's just gonna make another stupid rumor. We should just go somewhere else. Screw this guy. You know, that's what it is. It's the whole, you know, boy who cried wolf, and you have to have quality content. You have to do your research. You have to have personal experience, which a lot of people don't have. I mean, half these people starting at like 14 or 15 years old. Remember, I started. I was 16, so it was like, yeah. But yeah, if you look at it from that, you know, mentality. I mean, a lot of these, we're talking about angsty teens that have not seen the kind of connotations of real life. And then they go out there and then they do something and then they get criticized for it, or they get like 0 views, like, and they're wondering themselves like, oh, why am I not getting any views? Because number one, it's hard to break out in this day and age, unfortunately. You've had to be an established person, otherwise you basically have nothing now. It's just a sea of too many people trying to do the same exact thing. And nobody wants to do any unique content anymore, or the fact that there's not much of a new content to actually do now, since, you know, if you think about it, somebody has already done it. So it's like, oh, let's play videos. Oh, that's so 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. And then, you know, then you have people uploading illegal subtitles into YouTube and all those other things. And you know, at this point, it's like, you know, you're shouting at the wall, you know, doing absolutely nothing. I mean, even on yeah, I mean the only videos that I usually watch are just people talking about computers. Like somebody obtained like a ThinkPad 760, like from like 1997. You know, and those are the kind of things. Or I watch like a 90-minute video on somebody building up like a 2007 Mac Pro. Those are the kind of things that I watch. But then again, I'm in the industry, so I kind of like vintage hardware, and that's what I watch. I mean, I don't usually watch like video game reviews anymore because, well, first of all, I have like a huge backlog of video games to play. And you know, people, you know, move on. You know, you move on with their life. I'm gonna be like 28 next week, and you know, it's kind of, you kind of get to a point in your life where you want to watch things. You want to watch things. You want to do something new. I have like tons of anime to watch too. I have like several series, and it's like I don't have, and especially when you don't have the time and you don't have the motivation to do anything. That's the whole thing. I mean, you know, a lot of people are different, and you know, people criticize other people for what they do, but the thing is, the ultimate answer is that you don't control other people's lives, unless if you actually know that they're in a bad situation. That's when I would say intervene. But you know, look at all these people on social media. They don't have the kind of control. They go blow off everything. It's like, oh, Masuda tweeted about a piece of toast. It must mean something.
Yeah. Like, they're actual, like, news sources that were saying, oh, Masada confirmed at least 10 Pokemon will be in Sun and Moon. It's like, it was a joke. It's like, you can't take that as news, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, oh well, that's just what we do. Trying to get clickbait on the articles and whatnot. And, now it's expanded. Now it's expanded where our stuff is like, it's not even clickbait. And, people will come after you and say, oh, well, this is clickbait. It's like, I uploaded a video, like, what was it? Yesterday, I think it was? Yeah, yesterday. Don't even know the days of the week anymore. But anyway.
Friday.
Yeah, so I uploaded a video yesterday of the leaked Pokemon that was shown in that trailer, right?
Yeah.
And so, of course, somebody's like, oh, why did you clickbait? Why are you doing the clickbait? Leaked is a clickbait word. This was not leaked. It was spotted. And it's like, you know what? It is miles below what other people be doing on their channel. But
yeah, well,
like
here's the thing. The difference is you talked about it for 2 minutes, and other people would talk about it for like 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. It was just like 2 seconds of footage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I have seen people who have, they've taken this one Pokemon whose backside we've only seen, and they're making whole theory videos about it, saying, what is so special about this Pokemon? This Pokemon must have something cool going on with it and some shit. It's like, no, it's just a normal Pokemon. Not every Pokemon can be hyped up and have something amazing happen to it, Like, I'm sorry, it's just the honest truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely,
and that's the thing. And it's like, I don't see a lot of people anymore. They don't have this kind of, mentality where you have to analyze before you think. It's like think before you speak. And a lot of people, they don't have that. I mean, look at the people that would. I don't know. I'm thinking about something stupid here. Like some person would like say random things on like I think on like a fast food chain's Twitter because their coffee wasn't hot enough. Like, why do you even bother with that? I mean, what? I mean, if you want to vent out, there's better ways to doing it. I mean, other than yelling in the street, because otherwise you get arrested. But it's like you, and the people that kind of do that, you have to reevaluate the way that you think in life and the way you perceive life, because, if you want to complain, and also if you want to complain that, they $6.99 over $6.99, and there's something wrong with you too. So it's it's a complete it's a complete cluster stuff of things over on social media, and that's why when I want to post things, I post things that are slightly relevant. I don't go on like a tirade rant about anything that I can't back the facts on. Mm-hmm. So that's what it is. So Scenic Bluebird says that there will always be at least two sides opposing each other in every story. But the thing is, though, it's not just the opposing sides. It's the way that you conduct yourself. I mean, I see some of these people on social media and how they react, and man,
if you're gonna have a fight, don't do it on Twitter. Take it to DMs, take it to Skype, take it to Discord, take it to wherever you want, man.
Meet each other on Craigslist. See how far you go. You'll wind up.
Don't do it on people's.
You'll wind up in the Atlantic Ocean half the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't do it in people's timelines, because then you're getting the fans involved, and it's like, nobody subscribed to you or followed you for this. It's like the people who are constantly calling out other people. And I posted a little bit about this on Twitter the other day. But it's like, if you want to call somebody out because they did something wrong, then that's absolutely fine.
Yes.
But if it gets to the point where you are calling people out so much, and you're doing that better than you do your actual job as a PokeTuber, then are you really a PokeTuber anymore, or are you just the person out there to expose other people?
Or are you just a Monday morning quarterback, as they would say?
Just either call yourself a PokeTuber or call yourself a news channel. Don't be in between, or a drama channel. have yourself devoted to that.
Yeah, I mean, fighting doesn't get anything accomplished.
No, not at all.
I mean, that's the thing, and it's like, like I said, and whoever has this kind of, mentality that they need to go after people just to satisfy themselves, then you should actually get yourself evaluated, because you shouldn't be doing that. Because if you people that all you do is just complain about things, I wonder how you're actually going to hold down a real job, because then you won't be able to. You'll be failure in life, because that's what it is. Because the thing is, you have to learn how to be calm, cool, and collective. Now, I can understand, like, yes, you got to go through most of these people online are like either angsty 12 to 15-year-olds that haven't gone through puberty completely yet, but that's the way it is. You kind of learn, and a lot of times, you have to crash and burn before you actually learn something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the creative energy that somebody can use, and instead they're just complaining about things. Instead of complaining about something, actually do something.
Yeah.
It's better to rant. It's like people think that rant about one person for 40 minutes. Well, why don't you use that 40 minutes and do something productive with your life?
Mm-hmm.
So
unless you can expose someone if you want, and if they did something wrong, then sure, they probably deserve it. But it's like, who's gonna care a day or two later? People be mad maybe, and it's like, well, that was a waste. Like, just in the end, my motto: just mind your own business. Like, you know what? On YouTube, you're not in it to fight people. You're just there to, get the job done.
Yeah, and even celebrities make the same mistakes. I mean, you look at like Azalea Banks, that stupid 212 lady that did that like tirade, racist rant, and then got her Twitter account shut down. You don't want to end up like her.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to know proper internet etiquette, and a lot of people, especially people that were born like after 2000, they don't understand that. They don't.
All right, this is gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last battle, guys. Because it's now 11 o'clock. I think I may as well just get them out of the way because it's random. So it's gonna be the last battle of the night. We're getting kind of tired, so and a little off topic too. But anyway.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What other opportunities we're gonna have a chance to talk about this?
Yeah.
Never, because usually when we're talking on videos, we're usually staying on one specific subject.
It's like, hey, you know what? 33 people here. It's okay. Y'all are the best 33 people here. You're staying around. You're talking about this, or we're hearing us talk about this, and
Well, we're giving you basically a life lesson. Don't be like those people that make themselves look like idiots on social media. Okay, that's the basic gist that we're trying to get through. And that's what it is.
Indeed.
Don't and I'm not gonna blame Mike. Because like, oh, it's because of 4chan people. No, it's because everybody, there's always a group of people, no matter what website or what social media outlet they go on, and there's always those few people that ruin it for everybody. That's what it is. Just don't be like those people. You see all those like top 10 lists of like people that make themselves look like complete idiots on social media. Just don't be like them. Use that information to make yourself a better person, and don't make yourself look like an ass. Okay?
That's the way it is.
That's the way it is. And a lot of people, they're afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. It's just that you have to do it,
especially if you think you're right. If you think you're right, I mean, if you want to just be there to add to the drama pot and throw your own thing in there and not have anything productive to say, then that's one thing. But if you think you're right and you think you have a nice solution, then don't hold back. Go ahead.
America.
Oh crap! I hit the wrong move. No. Well, that's okay. Oh, wait, he is Mold Breaker. Okay, that's better. If he had guts, I was gonna kill myself. Okay.
Well,
not really, but
After this stream, I'm either gonna play some Yokai Watch 2, or I'm gonna be trying to learn how to program in Ruby. Ruby programming language, not Omega Ruby or Ruby a Game Boy Advance.
Mm-hmm.
And it really depends on what I want to do, but
I am just gonna stretch out and relax because I've been sitting in this chair for too long and my back is hurting. It's not a DX racer, folks. It's not one of those.
yeah, and when we don't have those race car chairs, I wish I did, because then we could play some like
Oh yeah, the
Dirt
ones that, like,
Rally
wrap
or
around
something.
you.
Yeah, like the wraparound thing, and then you have. Well, actually, that's a good point. Actually, I need to buy a new steering wheel. I want to get like a Logitech G27 or G29, but I have to get a new keyboard first, because trying to play some shooter games, and no, not COD, even though the COD4 remake remastered looks good. The problem is you're gonna have to buy a game that nobody wants for $80, and I don't agree with that.
Hasn't that reached like 2 million dislikes now?
Yeah, it's like nobody wants that game. Everybody just wants COD 4. But Activision's like, screw you. You can't have that. You have to pay $80 to get the game, and you cannot buy the game separate. But of course, you're gonna have the 11-year-old sheeple kids that still want their COD. So
That is some garbage, though.
it is, but. You know, and the other thing is Battlefield 1. That's like, that's kind of a bad name, because the original Battlefield was Battlefield 1942. And this is going to be Battlefield World War 1. And a lot of people have said that, you know, the World War 1 doesn't really fit. But then again, though, it's like you look at the trailer, and it's like you have steam engines, like steam locomotives, and zeppelins. And that's gonna be some interesting gameplay. But like I said, I cannot use an IBM keyboard, an IBM Model M keyboard from November 1989 to play those games anymore. COD isn't even good. Well, you're right, because COD, Call of Duty hasn't been good since the last good Call of Duty game was COD 4. That's why a lot of people want that remastered. Because the only reason why COD 4 was so good is because it still had the dedicated servers. You could actually run it on your own machine. And yes, COD 4 is still broken to this day, but one of the best things about it is it's a good type of broken, where you have, you go on Showdown with like 48 people, and then you only live for like 10 seconds, and when you die, you do like a little jig. And that's what it is. You know, that's the way I look at it. I mean, once MW2 came out and they got this IWNet thing, and that, by the way, that doesn't even exist anymore. So you can't even play an MW2 online anymore, which is, you know, kind of waste of money. That was the first COD game that costed like $60. So it's like, yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into tonight's stream. Really appreciate it. And if I did not get to your challenge, because there's quite a few people up here, I just did my best to go in order from bottom to top. But anyway, I apologize if I didn't get to you tonight. But hopefully over the summer, I'm going to try and pick up more competitive battling, because I have not done that in quite a while, as you can tell. So hopefully over the summer, if you guys like DM me on Twitter or send me a Skype message or whatever, then I'll do my best to reply and set up a match with you. So anyway, thank you guys so very much, and thank you TSS for joining in as always.
You're very welcome, John.
All right, everybody, have an awesome morning or night or day or wherever you're at.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Have a good one.
See ya.